Hello everyone, if you didn't know already, my name is Joseph Sugg and I was born on September the 8th, 1991. Here I am in my mum's womb. That's not my willy, that's in fact my umbilical cord. And why is my head so big? Good luck squeezing that one out, mum. The nurses said that I was born traumatised by the birth and so I had to be put in a dark room on my own to calm down. My dad's always said they brought the wrong baby back, so thanks dad. In playgroup, I was a little fat kid that no one really played with. I sort of just played on my own. I used my imagination quite a lot and I was quite happy playing on by myself. But then I slowly made a few friends and got really stuck in with things like music and singing and all that sort of thing. The first day of primary school arrived and I can remember being absolutely terrified. My mum had to grab me by the hand and literally drag me through the playground and in through the front door of school. And of course, I cried my eyes out. I'm also pretty sure I wore shorts every single day of primary school while I was there. I don't think my mum's going to be happy about how I've drawn her in this. Sorry mum. Growing up, I lived in the middle of nowhere, which was a bit of a pain when coming to playing with friends. I spent many a primary school day on my own, in the garden, using my imagination, pretending I was either Indiana Jones or some sort of Jedi from Star Wars, just chasing birds and other small animals around my garden. Yep, I was a weirdo. When I was about 6 or 7, something big happened. I discovered that not all girls have cooties or some sort of dirty disease, and I had my first kiss. Admittedly, it wasn't very romantic, it was behind a grave in a graveyard. But it was a kiss, alright? It still counted. Well, it did to me anyway. I made the worst possible start to secondary school by getting on the wrong bus. This bus turned up and we assumed that, oh hey little random fly. But yeah, we ended up getting on the wrong bus going to the wrong school on my first day. That's typical Joe Sugg luck. Rather than get off the bus at the wrong school and potentially get beaten up for wearing the wrong school uniform, we decided to get dropped off on a roundabout in the middle of town. Luckily, my mum was driving past and managed to collect us in time. I went from a primary school that had about 52 pupils in the whole school to a secondary school that had thousands of pupils. This was a massive shock to the system. I loved every second of it, but there was one subject that I really disliked, and that was swimming. I couldn't stand it. I had literally no confidence in the water at all and I was petrified to swim near anyone else. One year, me, my sister, my mum and my dad went on a family holiday to a place called the Maldives. I'm sorry, but that's the best Draw My Life playing on YouTube. On this holiday, I still struggled to swim, but one day a local taught me how to snorkel, which really boosted my confidence in the water, and I even got to swim with things like turtles, massive fish, SpongeBob. Well, maybe not SpongeBob. Huh, I wish. One day, I met a boy called Ben. He played rugby for the school and the town. I was a big fan of rugby, so I decided to join both teams as well. I used to absolutely love it, but it got to the stage where everyone sort of grew massive, but I remained tiny. So I decided to give it up before I got crushed. But I met all my best friends through rugby, so I never regret it. After school, I decided that I wanted to become a full-time roof thatcher, and that is what I wanted to do with my life. But before that, I decided that I'd do 2 years of sixth form just to get my A-levels as a backup, just in case. Because you never know when you're going to need an A-level. And I'm glad I made that decision because sixth form was the 2 best years of my life. I even won an award for having the hottest mum in sixth form. That's gone on the CV. Because I was born in September, it means that I turned 18 before all the rest of my friends, so I could finally go on nights out in nightclubs. But the only problem was, I still looked about 7 years old, so I was always petrified to hand my ID to bouncers. I was always worried they'd think I'd look about 12. After sixth form, me and 11 other friends went on a lads holiday to Zante in Greece. It was an amazing week and we all had such a laugh. We even had a speedboat out in the sea and saw turtles and oh go away SpongeBob, you're not part of my life. But yeah, I don't think I've ever laughed so much in 1 week. I came back from Zante and started my apprenticeship as a roof thatcher. But then, inconveniently, 2 of my best friends, Tom and Lewis, decided that it'd be a good idea to travel the world for 3 months. And of course I wanted to go. And then the next thing you know, I'm on a plane headed across the world. Without doubt, 3 of the best months of my life. I did things like jump out of a plane, ride an elephant through a rainforest, and even hired a camper van out for a month with my 2 best mates and drove around New Zealand. This whole experience was a real eye-opener, and I feel like it helped me grow up a lot. I must have grown a pair of balls along the way as well, because I did a bungee jump and that's blimmin' scary. After 3 months away, we came back to good old cloudy England, and my friend Jack hosted a welcome home barbecue surprise party for us, which was really nice of him. So many people turned up, and it's safe to say we all got pretty drunk. I don't quite know who that is with the really long arms. But I was really happy. But then I came home from the party to find out that my mum and dad had gone their separate ways. This prompted me to grow up a lot more than I thought I already had whilst I was travelling. I went back to doing my roof thatching apprenticeship, and I'm currently still doing it. I'm still really enjoying it. And I often visit my friends at their universities. Like I always say, work hard, play hard. Wait, I never say that. What are you even on about, Joe? Then one day, I stumbled across a little thing called YouTube. Now, I would tell you the story about how this all came about, but I think I'll save that for another day. Oh, Jow, you little tease. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Remember to subscribe, and also give it a big thumbs up, because I like them. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye. Oh, what an ugly face. Gross. Wasn't gonna lie.